Logan ends up moving now that he is actually free of base contact, at least.
Yeah, he's free to move, but there's not a lot of ports in this particular storm that he would have to do a little bit of dodging to get into open air, and it looks like they're gonna go for Iggy Max. Iggy Max has actually got sidestep, and this is going to be interesting to see where he's going to dart himself. He's actually moving closer to the Wolf. That Iggy is trying to sneak up behind Logan and get that ball from him.
Oh, sneaky goblins. We're going to see what happens after. Go ahead, Shots.
Yeah, this is this is a difficult spot for the for Necrophilia. That Logan's now being stalked by the Goblin.
And smartly has based a guard piece, so if Coach has wanted to move that zombie now, he'd be in a pretty tight spot with that agility 2 and movement.
Looks like that zombie's gonna take a swipe from Ben Diagnosis, the slowest of zombies,
Triple skulls.
Unable to get the attack in, and Iggy, being the sneaky goblin, baits him into swinging and punches him in the knee and takes him down.
Wow, I don't know how the fans for the Necrophilia are going to feel about that, but Iggy Max, MML favorite, and still keep making the highlight reel.
Yeah, that was a very sneaky goblin move there. You know, we're all aware of how sneaky these goblins can be, but that one even caught me off guard. I thought Iggy was in a horrible position, about to get absolutely just bit in half by a zombie, and Iggy, out-wiling us all with that one.
Yeah, the Morningstars aren't looking forward to having to play against him.
Yeah, the Grunt's pulling out all the stops and all the tricks on this one.
This is, oh my, more skulls.
And looks like the zombie star thrower, Tiger Star, getting pummeled by a Black Orc here. Looks like he may actually be hurt in this one. No long-lasting effects, but he will not return. So the star passing zombie is going to sit the rest of this game out, and that will slow up this Necrophilia offense, losing their star passer.
Well, that's what you get for being a zombie who tries to throw the ball.
Yeah, he may have shown too much too early, that they could have used that high passing ability here in the second half, and wasted all that talent a bit too early with that turn 8 throw.
Well, now we're going to have to see how the Orcs try to contain this werewolf. And
Oh, and a sufferable miscreant. Not quite as sneaky as Iggy. Not able to get out of the attack radius of Boris Kane. Boris Kane known for his fouling abilities, and we've got Logan Blufer on the move now. He's attacking the safety. He's done with playing patty cake. He's going on the offensive, and he gets there. He stuns the safety, and he is just one mere dash away from scoring a touchdown here, and that would actually level him.
No one wants to see that happen. Come on, preach. Wow, quite the blitz. Best particularly taking out the one guy who was supposed to stop him.
Yeah, I think this was just one of those situations where they saw the opening. Logan knew his ability to get up there and really get the attack in, and they didn't think twice. He came shooting out of that backfield like if he had a rocket strapped to his back. I mean, that was just a blur of fur and fangs coming flying up there. And yeah, the Orc didn't even see it coming. He was still looking to the sidelines for pointers from the coach. And yeah, this is completely turned. That Necrophilia is looking to get the equalizer touchdown and a possible go-ahead. That I think they're now looking towards the win.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting last bottom of the second half to see who can actually possibly pull away in this game. And
Yeah, I think the Grunts had a solid defense, but I mean, there are certain players that you can't account for, and I mean, a ball carrier with that kind of strength and mobility is just a nightmare waiting to happen. And that particular nightmare just happened to Tackler.
hopefully Tackler will have more pleasant dreams than the nightmare that hit him.
Yeah, he's still twitching a bit on the ground there. That he's still shaking off that assault. He looks to be all right, but yeah, I mean that's one of those where orcs aren't used to having that particular freight train coming running at them.
Yeah, and all the orcs are tied up right now. They're all matched up with players on them. They're gonna have to pull off something
I
special.
Think this is definitely a walk-in touchdown. I don't think there's much that they can do. They can try and get some clean hits in, but I don't see a whole lot of chance for them to really get out there and stop this touchdown.
Now we'll preach YOLO to go after the wolf.
Well, yeah, that would be quite a task. You're looking at a difficult player to block solo, and screaming YOLO isn't going to give you the extra boost you need to really make that attack.
Well, let's see now. He does have. No, he won't make it.
His best chance would be moving now anyway. It's going to be such a and here we go.
Gorbag doesn't care. Gorbag's making a move, and the unsure footing of Gorbag comes back to haunt him again. Gorbag does base and makes the swing. And Gorbag fighting over the ball, but unable to take it from the massive grip strength of Logan Blufer.
But that's better than nothing, I'd say.
That was a great use of Dauntless by Coach
Yes,
Critch. He's going to enjoy that on this team right now. Having probably never needed it before.
Rarely do orcs need that Dauntless, but this is definitely one of those situations where it comes in extremely handy.
Oh, in out for Toon Skull.
These zombies showing their worth again. Amy Winehouse pitching in this time, taking down the very talented Orc Blitzer. And now she's moving over to try and assist in the attack of a Black Orc. Logan making an attack on Gorbag, done playing around, and looks to be successful on this attack. Gorbag's going down, doesn't appear to be phased, but Logan's off and running, and we have a touchdown.
What a game.
Yeah, this has just been a back-and-forth battle, and we see a Gorbag touchdown. Now we see a Logan Blufer touchdown. And he is just absolutely ecstatic with himself, and that will give him a level. So I don't know who Necrophilia play next week, but they're not going to be looking forward to Logan Blufer and his new set of skills.
We'll have to see how that comes out at the end of the game. Been a great back and forth match. Great momentum changes. It looked like it was the Necromantic were on their heels early, and now managing to make a great equalizer, just showing the quality of the coaches in the MML.
Well, but I mean, this is really one of those situations where Coach is actually putting himself a little bit at risk by doing that. Going for the win, not settling for a tie. He could have definitely stalled out a few turns and really milked this down to the end of the clock. But I mean, he's out here going for a win that there have been a lot of draws lately, and this is just one of those situations where they're not settling. They're going to give the Orcs the ball, and this is really this is going to keep hope alive for both teams. The Northland Grunts have a chance. They have offensive players and the ability to get it into the end zone. I mean, this is just to the point where the Grunts could even attempt a one-turn touchdown with a goblin throw if they so chose.
What they didn't need was a blitz. Yeah.
Good call, Blue. Wow, this is going to be tough. But the Werewolves aren't quite as forward as they would probably like to be.
Yeah, it looks like Amy Winehouse may have gotten a little bit too much of that boot to the ball and launched it way to the back.
Yeah.
I got to imagine that Coach Hez isn't happy with that ball placement now. That if they could have gotten a little bit shorter, it would have been completely open for them to swarm that area.
So now it's hashtag race to the ball.
Well, and one of our well-known announcers, Serious Jest, has called the blitz tactic a Trojan horse many a time, and that could be the situation again here. That they've baited the defense forward some, and this may open up the field change if they overcommit. And we're getting
we'll
the zombies moving up too.
Coach has is a very veteran coach, and having the redundancy of 2 movement 8 pieces, but now, as I say that, he has moved both movement 8 pieces into the backfield of the Grunts.
It's a fantastic kick right in the end zone.
Yeah, they got all that ball. This is putting a lot of pressure on Gorbag and Iggy back there, the 2 offensive superstars. But the Grunts do have a round of attacks here, and if they can break armor or even break loose a few players, they can rebound from this. And there is no safety net for this Necro defense. That they've done an all out blitz here.
Yeah, is confident in his coaching and his Wolves, which has not necessarily been the case until this last drive, but.
And Gorbag, unable to play the ball, leaves himself dangerously close to the end zone.
Really dangerously.
Wow.
Iggy is all that stands between Gorbag and the. And Iggy unable to even slow Logan up. Logan's going to surf Gorbag. Oh, and hide the children's eyes. The crowd is just viciously attacking Gorbag.
And we are going to...
and Logan's going to fail the pickup. And this is going to leave the door open for Iggy to make a swipe at this. Could Iggy possibly surf Logan?
That would be something. That wouldn't make the highlight reels.
It's possible. I think he's got to be more concerned about actually playing some defense now, and he doesn't want the Necromantic to get up on another score on them. I think he might just mark the ball.
Iggy's going up. Iggy picks it up.
Nice.
Now, yes.
And this is another one of those situations where not having tackle is just an absolute nightmare for these werewolves. That they can swing all they want, but it's really one of those where if they can't. Iggy tries for his trademark throw and is unable to launch it. I didn't see what Iggy's target was. It looked like he was trying to go goblin to goblin there.
Maybe.
I wonder if YOLO was yelled.
I didn't hear any audible sounds from Iggy or the sidelines. Oh, and Iggy should have been watching his back. He wasn't looking, and Logan's coming for him. Logan with a successful attack. Iggy is injured.
Iggy's injured.
And
not
doesn't
long
appear to be anything serious.
Yeah. But he's out for this game.
And the ball goes over the top of Fang. And Logan can't seem to collect that ball.
Yeah, I think he's got too much blood on his hands.
We might have to check that ball after the end of this drive. There might be some kind of substance on that because it's been slippery as heck.
I think that's the 5th time he's dropped the ball.
Yeah, these werewolves have had quite a bit of difficulty handling this ball. They've normally had the sure hands of a ghoul to do most of the dirty work and scoring and offense, and this is really the werewolves have been put in a situation they're not used to.
Yeah, coach has had to prepare for this game, and that was going to be definitely a point of contention for them is with who was going to actually carry this ball, and so far, other than Logan Blueford making that one touchdown, no one's really made that a strong enough call for that.
And we've got it appears that the white has been knocked out again. These these whites for this Necro team have not been very resilient, spending most of their time on the sidelines, either injured or KO'd. And looks like the Grunts have skillfully opened up Tacklor, and he's got the mobility that he can actually make a play on the ball.
Yeah.
Well, the Grunts are going to have to do something, because otherwise the Werewolves are going to keep trying to pick up the ball.
Well, the Werewolves are almost out of attempts at this point. He fails to pick up the ball, but does move it further away from the Werewolves. So this is going to be the last attempt for Necrophilia to get a touchdown here. If they can't make it happen on this turn, this will be a draw that the Grunts weren't able to get up the field. So one last charge for the Necrophilia, and we'll see if Logan makes another stab at this one, or if
he does.
Logan does. He grabs it. He's off.
Oh yeah! Now he
and we've got a
finally
2-1 lead.
Wow, quite the turn of events for the Grunts.
And he's marking his spot on the end zone.
And that is 2 touchdowns for Logan there, I believe. That was Logan again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I believe it was.
So that's a 2-touchdown game for the Werewolves. So we may have our answer to who is going to be doing the ball carrying for Necrophilia for the rest of the season. But at this point, don't tune out yet, viewers. The Grunts do have the capability of one-turning. That they have the Movement 8 Gore Bag, and then they also have a combo of the Goblin and Troll. So this is far from over. I wouldn't call it likely, but at the same point, you can't write it off. Anything can happen. We have seen Slim Pickens launch Goblins before. I don't believe we've seen him actually toss the Miscreant. That normally Iggy has been the Goblin of choice for throwing, but this could be a dawning of a new era with Iggy out. And a high kick that's going to allow Gorbag, I believe, to center himself under it and keep this drive alive. And he successfully catches it.
Yeah,
amazing catch by Gorbag.
He can hand
Gorbag
off
keeping
to the
hope alive. He's rushing over, going to try and get the ball into the hands of the Goblin.
He's got
the Goblin has it.
Now they need to clear the guy in front of the Troll, though.
Yeah,
so
we have Ben Diagnosis in front, trying to block the path of the Troll. Slim Pickens doesn't even care. He's grabbing him. We've got a throw. Oh, and he can't land the pass. Miscreant is stunned, and that is going to bring us to an end.
Ah, great game. Great game.
Yeah.
Beginning to finish.
Yeah, a surprisingly low amount of blocks from the Grunts. Really only able to get the 32 blocks, but still getting 12 armor breaks on that. So the Grunts putting up quite a fight for being outblocked by almost 20 blocks. So 19 blocks more for Necrophilia, but Necrophilia only able to get the 2 injuries.
Yeah.
As to the Grunts getting 5 injuries, sometimes several injuries on the same player due to the regenerative abilities of the Necro.
Yeah.
Looking at the star player points, we've got quite a few for the Grunts getting star player points, including Tackler, Uncle Jesse, and Morglum, and Gorbag himself with the lone touchdown. And, of course, 8 star player points for Logan Blufer, as Logan continues racing up to surpassing his next level and already racing to the next one.
Yeah, this is going to be a deceiving win for the Grunts. I know that the scoreboard is saying 2-1 for Necrophilia, but I mean the Grunts aren't getting their traditional kill box win, but they did rack up those 5 injuries. It'll be interesting to see how they tally their injuries with the regens being involved. And then Necrophilia also getting cut short one in the injury box with the regen from Slim Pickens.
You could say one of the key points at the end there was the blitzing by Bloofer on the offensive end, and also on the defense when they got that blitz on the kickoff.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. We've seen Logan do some ball handling now and really not be all that effective with it. It'll be interesting to see if they do some practice with sure hands or anything like that at this point to try and really assimilate him into that ball handling role, or if they actually go the opposite direction and get him more towards the attacking side. So. It'll be interesting to see what the Necrophilia do moving forward, still being short a ghoul and a definitive ball handler.
I have breaking news, shots. Coach has just replaced his ghoul. We'll now be seeing Dead Man Running coming next game in week 3.
Okay, so that may go to open up Logan to take skills more towards tackle or something like that. That they have been a bit short in that area. So I have to imagine that Logan is going to go the opposite direction and become more of an attacking threat.
I did take tackle.
All right. Good game, Hez.
Good game. Reach. Don't ever say I've never been lucky before.
You've been lucky with them resurrections. That's what you've been lucky with.
I got lucky the whole game. Well, I got unlucky at the beginning of the game. I felt like just things weren't just going my way. The fireball hit one person out of 6. I have another white that's injured. My whites are constantly injured, but that's okay. I won, so I can't complain. I am going to complain about one thing, though. Tiger Shark should have gotten an SPP for that pass.
Unfortunately, it was deemed inaccurate.
It was a bounce.
Well, the alternative facts say he should have gotten an SPP.
He does
That's
get the 24 yards passing for that accomplishment, but he does not get the SPP for it.
Is he the leading zombie passer in the MML?
I think he's the only zombie passer
in the MML.
in the MML.
Like I said, the leading zombie passer in the MML.
He's also the worst passer in the zombie passer in the MML, if you're going with that, because I don't think anyone's even attempted.
No, then they're all tied for worst, because they haven't even tried.
Well done, Coach Hez. Well done.
All right, I want to say one thing. When you were talking, you're trying to talk me up. You knew I was going to leave White Fang in the backfield to play defense.
Yeah.
And I was thinking I should leave White Fang in the backfield to play defense, but then I was like, no, if I do that, I can't win. So I'm going to win.
Oh,
so I went
nicely
for it.
done. Good for you. Always go for it.
It wasn't, and I wasn't necessarily going for the win when I scored when I did. I was really, I really just wanted to score before he could get another person on me. So I was like, I'll just go ahead and do it now. And I knew that Logan was going to level up, so I thought I might as well, even if I lose, at least I can get a level. So, and if I'd known I was going to get a blitz, I wouldn't have kicked it that deep, but it ended up working out okay.
Yeah. It all panned out in the end.
I just got the last three turns. I got extremely lucky.
How nervous were you when the Goblin pass was slowly becoming more and more of a possibility there?
I knew the odds of it succeeding were low, and I had already told myself that Preach deserved at least a tie, so I wasn't going to be upset.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I didn't have enough people to fill the back line, and I was like, well, he can throw the Goblin, but if he can throw the Goblin and score, that would be awesome, so I don't care.
Fair enough.
It was definitely an entertaining match beginning to end, and appreciate you both letting us call it and putting on a show for us.
Thanks, guys. You did awesome.
Yeah, I did notice one thing. Your style of play changed without having that ghoul back there, the quarterback. So.
Yeah, I had to, and I couldn't pick up the ball, so even with sure hands, I wouldn't have been able to pick up the ball because I kept wasting rerolls to pick it up.
Yeah, I know. You burned a lot of rerolls on pickups, yeah.
That's the way it goes. Now I've saved the last reroll because I got that triple skull, and I'm glad that I did because I ended up needing that last reroll.
Yeah. Smart play.
Now I'm not certain that I don't think that the stats have updated yet, but I believe that may put that may put that zombie close to the front for passing yards for the play pool, if it counts as a throw.
Well, it better. If it doesn't, there's something wrong.
So
Well,
definitely something to keep an eye on.
Well, I do know so far you and the Necrophilia and now the Ball Stars, only two I believe they're both undefeated teams now in our play pool. So
Yeah,
you
the
guys are
Ball
gonna
Stars,
do a heck of a job.
Necrophilia 2-0, yeah.
Yeah, I'm down a white against the weakness team, the Gingerbread Boys. They've beaten me 2 out of the 3 times we played. So
Yeah, I saw that in the
see.
research how the Gingerbread Boys have been a bit of your wolfsbane for you.
Yeah, he actually in the first game of the Necrophilia, I believe it wasn't against the Gingerbread Boys. It was in Skardley. Never mind. But anyway, yeah, we played a couple times on the farm when I was developing him, and he's got my number, so that's gonna be fun next week.
Yep, and Preach has got me next week, and I am finally get to play around with inducements. I'm going to have to talk to some of my fellow coaches and see if I can find out some sort of game plan.
If you buy a wizard, don't buy the one that I bought because he sucks.
Okay, so
he did
I'm
take
doing
out
a
a
little
black orc,
investigating
though.
here. Doing a little investigating here. Tiger Shark is showing 24 yards passing on his player card, so I believe he's getting credited with those passing yards on his player card. It'll be interesting to see if that does get credited within the league, or if he's going to get robbed in the league of his passing yards. So that'll be up to review.
Well, considering the corrupt board will be looking at it, I wouldn't hold much hope has.
If I'd known he had that in him, I would have went for the 2-turn touchdown.
I was kind of surprised you didn't try it for the 2-turn. You set the Wolves on the line of scrimmage like that with no agility 3 in the backfield. You just decided.
Well, yeah, and then he got a perfect defense. That's probably when I started to play a little frustrated. Probably after the first pickup fail. But right then when he got the perfect defense, I got really frustrated because I feel like my odds are better of trying to getting 2 turns on the line of scrimmage, that one plus the one at the beginning of next half, to try and take players out and then maybe be able to score two touchdowns in the second half. And it didn't work out at all. I won, but it's not because of that strategy, so I don't know.
Like I said, it all panned out in the end, but
not because I did anything, because the game randomly determined that I should have an opportunity to win.
And agility 2 ball handlers seemed to work out for about 1 turn, so who knew?
Yeah.
But it's a good time, guys. I'm glad you guys let us announce. I haven't announced in a while, and I'll have to get back into it a little bit. But,
It's fun times.
Yeah, fun times, and we're gonna less than a month, I guess, until we'll be in Indianapolis, so we'll have stuff to talk about there too.
Yeah, if Preach is gonna go now, he's probably mad at me.
He can't be too mad. It went back and forth.
No, it was in my opinion, that was one of those games where this should have been a draw probably, and look, it had gone any other way, it could have been 2-1 loss. So it was fun.
It was. Yep. Either way, yeah, it's gonna be tough from now with Preach having 2 losses at the beginning, but he tends to bounce back. He'll keep plugging away.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna shut the broadcast off, and thanks again.
Alrighty.
Yep. Have a good night, all. Thanks for watching.
MMLPro.com. MMLPro.com. Check it out.
All right, we're done. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
All right. Bye.
All right, thanks. Have a good night.